Our Homo sapiens attention span has shrunk thanks to the endless march of technology. We have the most impressive array of time-saving devices and gadgets ever created in history, and we are the time-poorest generation in captivity. The general low attention rate trend has spilled over into the world of giving presentations. Handheld, speech content absorption killing devices now rule the land. One small slip and your audience is lost to you. What can you do about that? Welcome back to year 4 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, president of Dale, Carnegie Training Japan, and best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in our High Performance Center in Akasaka, the business center of Tokyo here in Minato-ku. Well, why the cutting edge? We are looking at giving you a big edge in business in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront. Let's be at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 172, and we are talking about using the power of rhetorical questions. So let's get going. Questions in general, powerful tools for speakers. They bring focus to key points we want to get across. They are particularly useful in getting our audience engaged. They also have danger within them. Knowing when to use questions and what types of questions to use are things which must be worked out in the planning of the presentation and shouldn't be done on the fly. If you want to get yourself into trouble, then ask the wrong question at the wrong time, in the wrong way, and brace yourself for the reaction. There is a cadence to any talk or presentation, and in the planning phase, we can break the delivery down to 5-minute blocks. It doesn't have to be 5, it could be 4 or 6, but 5 minutes is long enough to go deep with a thought, idea, or imparting some valuable information without losing the concentration of the audience. Actually, audience concentration spans are a nightmare today. They've become so short, and everyone has become addicted to multitasking. Even if they're enjoying the presentation, they are scrolling through their screens right in front of you without any hint of shame. This is the new normal, folks. We will face this problem forever, and we are never going back to the good old days of people politely listening to us right through our presentations. This is why we need to be switching up presentation every 5 minutes or so to keep the audience intrigued with what we are presenting. This is where great information or insights really help. The audience access to something new or valuable will pry them away from their phone screens for a few minutes longer. We'll need to be using the full range of our vocal delivery skills to keep them with us. Any hint of a monotone delivery and the handheld screens will light up and be blazing throughout the room. Questions are an additional assist to break through the competing focus for audience attention. By simply asking a well-constructed question, we can grab audience attention. Even a simple question can work. If I suddenly asked you, What month were you born in? You will return your attention to me from wherever you were straying. In our talk, we may have been waffling along, talking about some pressing issue or downloading some precious data, losing our listeners in the process. However, when we lob in a question, we magically get all eyes back on us. We have now gotten the audience thinking about the point we have raised. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment, be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience. Everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the High Impact Presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. The downside with asking questions, though, is people in the audience want to answer them. They see the question as a great opportunity for them to intervene in the proceedings. They may have a counter view and enjoy the chance to debate with us. They may have their own personal agenda, and this break in the traffic is perfect for them to weigh in with what they think they should talk about. They may even get into debates amongst themselves and exclude us entirely. Within no time at all, the proceedings have become hijacked and we are no longer in control of the agenda. This is where rhetorical questions are so handy. They give us the ability to capture the mental attention of our audience on the topic we are discussing and get them engaged, but we maintain control. A rhetorical question and a real question are identical. The audience cannot distinguish one from the other. This is good because we can keep them guessing. What we want them thinking about is whether this is a question they have to answer, and are they ready to do that, or is this a rhetorical question and all they have to do is listen? The difference between the two is the timing of the break before our next contribution. If we stop there and invite answers, then they know it is time to speak up. If we leave a pregnant pause, but then answer the question or add to it, then they know they are not being required to contribute. The key point here is to design the questions in the talk at the start, and in those 5-minute blocks, we need to have little attractions to keep interest. They might be powerful visuals, great storytelling, vocal range for effect, or rhetorical questions. The key is to have variety planned from the start. In a 40-minute speech, apart from the opening and closings, there are going to be 5 or 6 chances to grab strong attention. At the start, we can use vocal range and visuals, but as we get to the middle and toward the end, we need to bring in the bigger guns as people's concentration begins to fade out. We can't flog the audience with a series of rhetorical questions and wear them down. We can maybe get in 2 or maximum 3 in a 40-minute presentation. Any activity we repeat with our audience gets boring very fast. Anything that smacks of manipulation absolutely gets the wrong response. There's a fine line to be walked here. We do want to control the agenda, the debate, the timing, the attention of the listeners without appearing controlling. Sprinkling a couple of well-constructed rhetorical questions into our presentation will help us to maintain interest. We need to defeat our screen-based social media and internet addictive attention rivals. Use of this because this is the future for all of us as presenters, and we have to lift our game to make sure we are in a position to have a powerful influence with our audiences. The alternative is speaker oblivion. Please subscribe to the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Our website details are on screen now. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. It's awesome value, so check it out. You might also enjoy our other shows. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Puro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcasts. Also, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show, every Friday, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and every Saturday, Japan's top business interviews on YouTube. In episode 173, we are talking about the easy way of selling. So, yoroshiku, onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.